Hello, everyone. Welcome to our agencies panel today. We are very happy to have you all here, and we hope that we will have a productive, positive, without fighting, atmosphere, but that we will all learn something new and find out how to get more clients, how to all be more successful, and how to earn some money more. Today's agenda, so I will first tell you something about statistics and the data that we have. So I'm here representing MMK, and I don't have the entire world data, only MMK data, so that you know about how much boats are we talking about and what are the exact numbers. Then I will present the panelists to you, and then we start the discussion. If you have any questions during the panel, please, you are welcome to ask and to be a member of our panel, because every interaction is very welcome. Regarding statistics, so we in MMK, we have 8,600 yachts from 620 charter operators that are being booked by 3,000 agencies. So these are the numbers that we have, and this is the data that I will shortly inform you about. What are the average discounts and average commissions achieved in 2018 and 2019 within 3 destinations that we have chosen. Average commission in 2018 that was given by charter operator to a charter agent in Greece was 18% and didn't change in 2019. Croatia 15% didn't change in 2019, and Turkey 18% didn't change. The conclusion is that obviously agency commissions are always, let's say, the same, that are not being changed, which is good or not, you will tell me. But we have an issue with discounts. Average discount given by Greek charter operator to a client or an agent was in 2018 18%, decreased in 2019 to 17%. In Croatia, it increased from 24% to 27% in average. And in Turkey, it decreased from 25 to 18. Do we have to worry about these numbers? Okay. My today's panelists are Roger from Nautal, Spanish agency, Ivan from Zizoo, from Berlin now, and Anne from Taber, Netherlands. They will now say something about themselves, who they are, what they do, why they started, and why they have chosen yacht charter industry, and how they think we can all improve. And then I will pop up some questions, and then we discuss. Roger.
Hi. Anyway, we a little bit meet each other during these 2 days. My name is Roger. I think I'm a good lover for sailing, like all of you. The idea of Nautal is, I think many people have here great ideas. I think the most important is with the right people. Here with Octavi, we decided 6 years ago to make a platform. Main reason is because we love ocean. I've been all my life working in the industry. I've been working as a sales broker, charter broker, managing marinas. I feel traveling many places in the world, working as a professional. And I realized that it's not the problem of Croatia. It's a whole world that is changing. And I thought it was perfect opportunity, right moment to make a platform to unite all boats, all professionals, and bring new opportunities, not only bareboat charter, not only week rentals, to understand new generations, how they are going, to understand you and, to make this happen. That's all.
Perfect. Anne?
My name is Anne. I'm from the Netherlands. I started 12 years ago in boating because my old company was almost bankrupt. I had only one thing, I want to sail for free, so I started this company so I could sail for free and make also some extra money. I was more like a traditional agent, but after a few years we were growing and growing, and every time I had new personnel in my company, So I was losing money because I was getting more bookings, but I was losing money on people in the office. That's when we created Tubber. Tubber is actually a startup within our own company, so we try to destroy ourselves and to make ourselves life a little bit better, because so we have more time for clients. And it's our main goal, so to try to automate all the stuff like crew lists, payments, because payments were always terrible. You have to check clients 3 times, 4 times if the payment was, and you have to tell the provider, do I have money? So we try to make the platform as easy as possible for ourselves, but also for the charter companies, so you have faster your money and you have all the documents and time. I think that's the main problem in this industry. There's nothing standard, so everybody has his own things, his own system, their own rules about licenses. So some charter companies accept license, and the other one, like 500 meters further, doesn't accept the license, which is very difficult for us. And it makes it also very difficult for clients to book online because they don't know, can I charter this boat or can I not? So I would like to have that the industry starts to standard all these licenses, but also everybody has the same rules. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Ivan?
Hello, everyone. I'm Ivan from Zizoo, and I think we all probably had an opportunity to meet over the last few years at the different shows and conferences. And what to say about Zizoo? Well, we're just the leading online boat rental platform, and I would say our mission is just to bring the joy of boat holidays to millions worldwide. And we're based in Berlin right now. And I mean, like, if we were to get into just a little bit of an introduction to some of the challenges that we face, I mean, I can only really support everything that has already been said, and definitely on the terms of standardization and all these things, these are where we all have to work together to make things better. But I would even like just to add some other new notes. I mean, me, myself, being a true lover of travel, not just boat holidays, but all sorts of travel. Like, I think that also maybe being part of a bit of the younger generation, I'm very interested in understanding the new generations and what are they looking for. And I think that's something that we should definitely be discussing also a bit today. In addition to the standardization of the existing industry, we should really talk about the new opportunities, the new experiences, and the new booking models that we all have to learn to adopt. That it's just key that we all understand, because there is a shift in the market, there is a shift in the mindset, the customers are changing, and I think it would be great that if we can talk about this today and come to some sort of common understanding of where the future is going, so that we can be prepared for it and work together to make it a great industry and to bring the joy of boat holidays to the millions worldwide. Thank you.
Perfect, thanks. So, questions? Should we start from beginning, end? My questions today. How can we improve client satisfaction? What can we do to make the user experience better for our clients, for your clients? Is online booking possible or not? Can you be something like Airbnb, something like booking.com for yacht charter? Why to do that? Why to move online? What will that bring us? Why is that good? Is that good? And how to increase number of bookings in total. Does it have to be online? Does it have to be with different services? Can it be only with Saturday, 7-day charters, bareboat, or not? You can pick a question that you want to answer first, and then we continue. If anyone from audience wants to answer, you are very welcome.
So
Roger.
I can start myself. Okay. Oh, yeah, let's wait. Sorry. That's okay. In Nautal, we have 3 quite different products. We have day charters and half-day charters. We have bareboat charters, like you guys, that you are doing without skippers, one week rental. And we have also super yachts. So why I'm telling this is because in day charters and half-day rentals, it's quite common to have online bookings. Main reason is the average ticket. It's low average ticket, impulsive booking. Client is not looking about the cockpit table, or it's not looking about the water tank. It's not looking about any specifications. He wants just to see nice pictures, nice, beautiful place. I just want to go there. I don't care. As long as the boat, it floats and I have good skipper in my hand, everything doesn't matter. So this is a very important product I think we have to develop, because it's the new generation. makes efficiency altogether much better in terms of you guys to have efficiency to get clients from our platforms. It's like new generations are going online. They are not going to the marina. They are not going to, they're looking everything in internet. Like it's like the easiest way to make booking online and make like big global market for all of us. Then bareboat charter. This is a very good question. We discussed together about reviews. Like nobody's gonna book any boat that is gonna pay 3,000 euros for the moment if they are not super concerned about that the boat had a other past good experience. I will ask you, would you pay 3,000 euros online booking right now in a boat that is not 100% sure what happened? If you go to TripAdvisor, if you go to Alibaba, if you go to Amazon, if you go to Google, it's like first thing that we do all together is, okay, how was the experience from other people? Like it's like basics. Like with MMK, they are also working together to to merge all the reviews from all of us and put it in value to everybody, because this is, I think, the most important. So, question: week rentals are going to be online in the future? I think yes. Absolutely yes, because it's the way. It's like our mission is to provide good information, is to provide the information that our new generations want, and that's all. It's like listening. This is our main job in Nautal. We are always listening to you as a charter companies, and we always listen to our clients what they want and why they are complaining.
Do you collect your own reviews?
Yep. Absolutely.
And you use them on your website for future clients?
Of course. This is like visit to lead.
Yeah.
It's amazing how they change when you prioritize your reviews. You put them like, we are even trying now to put a review from the owner in all boats that the owner has, because at least the experience of the boat was related to the experience of the owner, like good service. Like we have a lot of information about boats, but we don't have a lot of information from you. So at the moment in Nautal, we are very selective. So maybe we have 8,000 boats in Croatia, but if we have good opportunity to meet you, it's a good way to present the boat with more self-confidence. Like any sales guy from our team would prioritize a boat or a charter company that never met before. So for us, it's very important to have this opportunity, like these B2B shows, to know you guys, to know that you're professional, to know that you have a really good sales experience with clients. It's not only about that we have boats from 2019. It's not only about that the marina is amazing, that has a swimming pool or whatever. It's about giving in a good hands our clients and have, from lead to check out the good experience.
Zizoo, Taber, do you have your own rating system and something that you collect reviews with?
Yeah, we have our own reviews, but we see that people who spend a lot of money, they're not so easy to ask reviews, because mostly they don't want to be public. If you book a boat for 20,000 euros, most of these people want to stay a little bit anonymous. So. What I see in most of the review platforms, and not from your platforms, but from the old ones, that they're all positive. So that's, I don't believe that.
That was the problem, everyone has 4.8, 4.9 out of 5. Then do we need it?
Yeah, so nobody's checking these reviews. So the value is good, but I think the value is going down from the reviews. Especially in the Netherlands, I think we're a little bit upfront from the rest of Europe, like online bookings. For example, we don't have any travel agents anymore in the Netherlands. They don't exist for 5 years anymore. So 99% is online bookings, not on our platform, but average travel. And the young people, they don't trust reviews. They check on maybe an Instagram by social people who have a good reach. But also this is changing already now, because they see that they get paid for it. So they even don't believe that anymore. Yeah.
So you need to experience it on your own. Okay. Ivan, you collect also reviews?
Yes, we also collect reviews in our own format, and I think this is exactly, as has already been said, something like one of the many topics where we all have to work together to improve, because the existing reviews, not only are they super positive, and I mean, if you're a casual booker, if you just flip through them, they can also be somewhat a bit unbelievable. Usually like one-liner like reviews, like yes, everything was great, 5 stars or something like that. So I think we have to also construct the reviews together in a way where we can guide or educate the customer to give insightful feedback that then will, on one hand, help the industry improve as a general, but also be this sort of trust that we need for future bookings so that people can really read them and really get insightful information from them. Because it's not just about, was it a good or a bad experience? It's also this sort of intangible, additional, interesting content that maybe will help them make a decision. Because maybe there's, I don't know, when I'm also booking restaurants or anything, if you're reading reviews, it's not just about like it was great or it was bad, but you know they hint you on some things that maybe you're interested in, and this is also very important to collect this information to help with future bookings.
Okay, what do you think? How we can improve client satisfaction and user experience? Can charter companies do something in order to help your clients to book more, better, etc.?
Yes, and I mean here I would just say that when we say clients and customers, we also have to acknowledge that there are a few segments here. It's not just one customer. And I would here then just talk about 2 specific segments. There are a few more, but maybe just to focus on 2. One is the traditional customer who's interested in booking, let's say, a week-long bareboat rental. These, of course, I mean, this isn't going anywhere soon. These people exist. They will continue to exist. They're very interested in booking. And the other segment are, I would say, the newer, maybe the younger generation of customers, and they are in fact a bit different. I think that let's start with what we call like the experienced sailor segment. So people who are looking for, let's say, a more standard a week rental. 100% big problem here is standardization of data. It's all about data, photos, like everything regarding a boat. I know that we still communicate a lot with these customers, and it's almost always about sorting out, like, is this really true? Is that really true? Or what about this transit log? Does it include cleaning? And I know that we're all doing stuff here to improve this, but still, I think that it has greatly improved, but there's still quite a ways to go to make it completely transparent to people what exactly is it that they're booking, and because that's what they're interested in. On the flip side, when it comes to the younger generation, it's actually, it's a bit different. It is, of course, data, but it's a different kind of data. More simple, more experience-focused. But if I would choose one thing to speak about now, I would definitely say flexibility. It's all about flexibility, because if you think about the newer generation, they're not, you know, again, if it's a €3,000 rental, if it's not even about the money, it's about the 1 week. You know, if you haven't done it before, and I mean, in today's day and age, no one has time. We're all running somewhere. And if you ask someone, all right, why don't the 6 of you take 7 days to go on a boat? It's very scary for them, because no one is willing to commit to 7 days to rent. And what they're always interested in is shorter rentals. They want to try it out. They want to see for 3-4 days how does it work. They want more flexibility with check-ins, check-outs, with all these flights in today's day and age being different. We all have to be a bit more flexible when it comes to these points. And I would say this is key to improve the satisfaction and to increase the number of bookings, I would say, for this segment.
We have a question.
Yes.
Question proposition. Maybe it will be interesting if all this review will be in 3 groups. For a client who just have a sailing vacation, from the skipper, because it's totally different reviews.
Exactly.
Really, and maybe for the agent, if they book in the yacht, because it's about charter company conversation also.
Completely.
Like professional.
When we collect reviews, we collect them on the boat level, the charter company level, the operator level, and the skipper level, exactly. Because I mean, at the end of the day, so there's lots of, you know, we can talk for days, and I think, but like the skipper, it's an important factor as well, because obviously the skipper can make or break the trip, and so it's very important, obviously, to also like understand what impact they have, either positive or negative, on the trip. Also for further knowledge. But I completely agree. It's one of the many ways that we can increase the quality of the reviews.
Okay. How can charter companies help you? You wanted to say something.
Yeah, what we see is that the reviews which we get are mostly completely different which you get on the base, because a lot of clients are a little bit afraid losing their deposit. So they will say very fast, like, oh yeah, it was okay, and we had a great holiday, and I think it... Yeah, and the
Yes.
agent, like 3 months later, they say, "Oh, it was awful, and this was not correct, and this was not correct. I want to have like 30% back of my money." And we asked the charter company, "Okay, we have a complaint," and they send us back the form. Everything was okay, so we forward that to the client. So said, "Okay, but you said, yeah, but I feel bad, and I get pressure from people on the pier, and I know you don't do that, but they get mostly the feeling." That because they have 3,000 euros, they have an insurance for the deposit, but still they feel
They don't want to lose any money, of course.
Yeah, especially because they see suddenly a diver, especially people are first time chartering. If they're used to Netherlands or Germany, you don't have these divers because you just give them the boat. And they feel already a little bit stressed. Why is this diver between my boat? So if you communicate that better and tell them, okay, this will happen on Friday and you will get a diver, don't get scared about it because he's not killing you. He's just checking the boat for your security. That will give them trust and they will give you really good feedback. Because some charter companies get really offended when there's a complaint, especially smaller family companies, because it's personal, because it's your company, your boat. But don't feel offended, write it down and take care. And then mostly the complaint is already low because they just need to be heard. But I know you also have a lot of stress because of the next charter, but you can get a lot of more information from the client on the pier. So, yeah.
Okay. Roger, what do you think? How charter companies can help you all agencies, not only three of you, to give them more bookings and more satisfied clients? So, okay, it's the communication, what Ioannis said, which is great.
So, in my point of view, if we are talking about increased number of bookings,
Yeah.
Definitely I think we have to be more flexible. That comes up. We have to adapt new generations. It comes up as well.
Yeah.
And this means that we have to go to day charters, I believe, 100%.
Day charters.
Yeah. I know it's a big change for you, and I suggest, I already said that to many of you, to start with one boat. I know it's a totally different, I'm not telling you, you have 20 boats in your fleet, okay, let's change radically to the new business model. I'm not saying that at all. I wouldn't do that. I would take the oldest boat, the most, normal boat that you have, that is like the one that is like the last one that you book, okay, for the bareboat charter. I would take it for day charters. I would put a skipper, fix it there, and I would go definitely ahead with this product. It's a new generation. They don't want to pay deposit, so you don't have to pay deposit because the skipper is taking care of the boat. You don't need a license. You don't need to know the area. You don't need to know anything. It's like the guys with a gin tonic in their hand, having fun, playing music. This is what they want. It's like, this is exactly what they want. It's like, as long as the boat floats, the guy's professional. It's like when you go to Cartagena, the Indies, for instance. I was last year. Many people at the street tell you, do you want to go here? Picture is amazing, like very emotional. I was like, wow, yes, but you can only go by boat. Okay, then there is opportunity here. They are not showing me the boat. They are not showing me. They are telling me, you can only go to this amazing place by boat. I will take you there.
Okay, but this is chicken and egg problem then. Because maybe charter companies, they can say, okay, this one boat I offer for daily charter.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get one booking in 3 months for 2 days.
So
their booking sheet is like, what did I do? I will kill Roger and Ivan and Martina.
Yes. This is actually our responsibility. I can tell you that 50% of our revenue, our turnover, is made in day charters. So
we have a question.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for this proposal. I'm coming actually from booking.com sector.
Okay.
We have actually 34 beds, and now we start to rent a boat. So I'm prepared for next year to start this project with my boat. Okay, and I can tell you in a year what are the expressions. So now I need some inputs. First of all,
send them bookings.
First of all, about the price. Let's say the boat is 3,000 euro per 1 week. How much is per day?
What is the average basket of daily charter?
You know what I want to say? Because when I rent my apartment, if you rent it for 1 or 2 days, it's 25% more expensive. What about the boat? What is your proposal?
You earn more money with day charters than with week rentals.
Yeah, definitely.
First point.
100%.
100%. Second of all,
What does it mean 100%?
100% sure that you will get more. I will get, like how the discounts are right now with super last minutes. Like the price is too low. Like it's like, okay, before the boat gets stuck in the marina, let's give 50% discount to super last minutes because I cannot have the boat here. Like I need to pay to the owner, I need to pay my staff, I need to pay blah, blah, blah. So what I'm telling you is this new market is like, it comes up as well. Like our product is made for experienced sailors or people that really, really, really love the ocean, like 1 week rental, like Zizoo said as well. I totally agree. What we need is once you open 100% to the market, to the all generations, everybody, and you load totally the ticket because people has in their mind, I want to spend 50 euros. Is what you have in your mind when you go to have dinner with your wife, is what you have in your mind when you go to ski, is what you have in your mind when you want to have a daily activity. They are not even thinking about one boat. They are thinking about how much per person I'm going to pay. And sometimes you will fill the boat with 10, 12 guests. Sometimes you will get the boat in 4 guests. And the average number of people at the end of the summer, it's really good. Like if you say to the client, you are 2 guys, but you have to pay 400, 300 euros for 4 hours, they are not going to pay. They're not going to pay. But sometimes if you are super flexible with that, like it's kind of cabin charter made for day charters. Like cabin charters, what is that? It's like being more flexible in bareboat charters, but only with 1 cabin. Daily charters is you put 1 boat, you pay the whole trip, or you can pay it by ticket. This is what really makes a lot of money for charter companies that are looking for this particular like generation set millennials, so millennials. They have many names, but they are looking for this price. They are not going to spend more than 50, 70 euros for experience.
We have a question over there.
Hi, Tony Croatia Sailing Academy. I think that maybe the main goal is not just to change to a daily charter. Maybe it's also changing more to the cabin charter, because in the way when someone needs to rent a boat, he needs a group of people. Yeah. He needs to consider his wife or his 5 friends to book a whole boat. If he want to go on and in many times that's not possible. But if he want to go on a sailing and he has opportunity to book just a bed or a cabin, he can go by himself. So and then it can again be a 7-day sailing. So
I'm this target. I'm this client.
That's why we are talking yesterday.
We've been talking about this yesterday, because you meet new people. You don't need to be the leader of a group of 10 people. Like, hey, following you. Like this is our daily work. Like our sales team is all the time calling. Sometimes even 2 different guys from the group come up to Nautal. But you're the same client. This is my friend. Okay. It's like this is like so much work to do. It's much easier. You take the cabin, you pay for that, and that's it. It's super simple.
Imagine me on that boat with 10 different people. No.
I would just add on, if I could, to everything that Roger said. I mean, basically, 100%. It's all about flexibility. Even like the millennials and the newer generations, they're not as price sensitive. They
okay.
Really...
What do you propose? So. We have, for example, average 7-week rental for a bareboat charter is 2,300 euro average. Yes. Okay. How much can be charged? How much is a customer willing to pay for 1 day on that boat? What do you think? What can you sell?
Well,
just an average ticket for a 1-day charter. Do you know that?
For 1 day?
Yes.
200 euros.
I mean, I would even say...
For 1 day.
200, 300. Half-day rental, I'm talking about.
No, 1 day.
1 day, 400
From morning
euros.
to evening.
400 euros.
400 euros.
Yeah.
Times 7, whatever, it's the same price.
No, it's less.
No, it's the same.
It's per day,
It's
yeah?
the same.
But
you have a cost of cleaning.
Are we talking about... No. Are we talking...
Fight.
But
no.
Are we talking about 50 feet? Are we talking about
average
36
boat,
feet? Because
so it's average boat, 2,300 euro, 7 days. Do you think that it can be shared by 5, by 7, by whatever? Because your cost.
35-footer is some kind of minimum, I would say, for a day charter.
35?
May I talk because I really have
okay.
experience in
Tell us,
this.
yeah.
Okay.
We have a comment. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Because I was working 2 years like this. We have a small yacht in Slovenia, border Italy and Slovenia, and I really organized 2 seasons, these one-day charters. And price have to be before €100 per person per day, and it's maximum. Better is lower, but we have to understand that we, as a charter company, have to spend money for a final cleaning and for a skipper. And for a skipper, it's impossible to work 1 month, day by day, like this. 5 days is maximum if you work one day. Really, I'm good skipper and I understand what is it. And second question, yes, it's possible, but for charter company, it's like a showroom that people come for 1 day, they see the yacht, they understand how to spend time there, and after then they coming back and booking yacht for the 1 week. It was the reason for me, like a small charter family company, why I was do this. And it's not for money because it's really hard to organize. It's to make a big money from this.
Yeah, because
And
it's completely different market.
Yeah, and second big question, if we talking about day charters with a skipper, of course, and about cabin charters, it's a problem in the skipper. Because now there is no professional skipper who have professional license. It's great charters, great skippers who are IYT bareboat charter license, and it's all. It's under the law to work like this. And I'm a little bit surprised that here on this summit there is no IYT or RVA, because it's really problem that we don't have professional skipper for this. And it's really challenge for the whole industry. They have to have some, I don't know, 2 weeks, 2 weeks study, but for the sailing yacht up to, 65 feet, and it's enough, especially for this segment, not for a big motor yacht like it's now.
Sorry, I didn't understand. So you think that there are no qualified skippers on the market? Good enough?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah, they are all qualified. I'm skipper for 11 years.
Okay.
But I'm not professional skipper. I don't have professional skipper. I can't really take money for this.
Okay.
And it's a really problem that 19% of skipper are illegal, working like skippers.
Do you have illegal skippers, guys?
Who have legal skipper, please?
Okay.
But it's like under law, you have to have a commercial. In Belgium, this is the way. There are a lot of people who are not allowed to go out there anymore if it's for commercial purposes.
Yeah.
And it is a commercial purpose.
Directly. The skippers are not paid through the agency.
Yes.
That means the skippers are not allowed to be paid through the agency. So if you have a skipper, you're paying cash to the skipper.
Yeah.
That's why what she's talking about.
I can tell you my experience. I'm ocean yacht master. But I know what I've learned with that skills that you take there are not aligned with the service I provide in my boat. Like what I want, what I'm expecting from when I have clients in the boat is to have them like a great experience, to feel them comfortable, to feel them like, hey, I'm the guy for you. Like they are not telling you this, and they are telling you a theory and how to sail with stars, and so everything is super beautiful. But you are not gonna take profit of that information when you are doing day charters. Like I've been selling all my life with this. With this, I don't need anything. I don't need even to take a plotter from Raimarin. It's so simple nowadays to navigate. But what the problem is, we are in a moment of consolidation. We are in a moment that the industry is changing, we are in a moment that we have to take part of this all together. Like ourselves as a platform, yourselves as adapting for the new generations, and together to make it, more affordable. Like here, like we are here to discuss new opportunities, and do we have the answer? MMK has the answer. I think everybody has to put a little bit of, it's like this. Like we are all of us in the same boat. We have to do business. You have to do business. MMK has to do business. This is like this.
We have a question.
I think so. It's like our mission as well is to make you earn a lot of money. But how? With our big data, our responsibility is to tell you, at least is what I think, is to tell you what our new generations are demanding. If this is beneficial 100%, I know, let's say it another way. It's more work, yes. Day charters are more demanding, yes. You have to clean the boat every day. You have to do check-in, check-out every day. But we have motorboats, we have dinghies, we have daily charters already. And
okay, we have a question here.
It's not a question.
Comment.
I'm just commenting. I'm telling you the name of the I'm a professional skipper.
Okay.
And that's not correctly true that they are telling, because I have a small company and I'm issuing the bill for every charter I do. I can invoice every day for daily charter. But why the skippers are not doing daily charter? Because there is no stability in that business.
Yeah. Okay.
You need some guarantee to have enough days to cover your
This is the chicken and egg problem that I was saying. So it's easy to open everything for one day, but who will book that and who will?
No, but it's the truth is that professional skippers go to big yachts because they get paid better. But the question is, ocean yacht master should take day charters or bareboat charters for 12 meters? This is the question. Like the question is, we need more flexibility and more. But it's about license.
I have here waiting for a question
Just one
somewhere.
second.
Yep.
Okay.
But you can start with the younger skippers as a beginners. They
course.
can also start as a professional in daily.
Totally agree with you. Totally agree. But what we need, if we want to go to a mainstream sector, we need young guys But it's not about young guys. It's like how to take a license that you can be a professional, that you don't have to hide from from police.
It's not a big problem. Actually, it's very simple. But we can talk.
For sure, for sure. But it is something that we have to solve, but from the
question.
Top. Not from Nautal. Not from
Sorry, it's not a question. It's just
comment. Okay.
Comment. So Vries have a right. Okay. So there are some. I'm here from Skipper for You. We are dealing with skippers in Croatia, Greece, Turkey, Mallorca. So the problem is the law is not the same everywhere.
Yeah.
So in Croatia, I agree. It's very easy to open a small company, obrt, and to issue invoice. Still, I think more than 60% income from skippers are in cash.
90.
If you compare with Greece, where is 90? Spain, the same. So before we speak about daily charter, and it's different rule for licenses in each country in Europe.
Yeah.
It's a problem, It's taxation for the skippers. Completely different in Italy, Spain, Croatia, Greece. So before this will not be equal, you cannot expect legally skipper who will work in daily charter. That's my opinion. And also, if I can say a comment for a daily charter for millennials. For the new generation, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm listening about that because our company is also working with the youth travels.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of rumor about that. But my opinion is that it's maybe too much noise about that.
Yeah.
The most of income for the charter will always come from the standard guests, because these millennials will become standard guests in the future. When they get family, they will go to week charters. It will never be changed. That's my opinion.
This is why that's one of the main reasons we have day charters in Nautal, because
we need to include others as well. Zizoo, Taber,
Yep.
don't fall asleep.
No, if you want to finish your
You can
your
finish,
thoughts,
yeah, but
Yeah, I'm gonna finish fast, but
Sure.
it's like to make boating mainstream, we have to start giving new generations flexibility with half day and day charters. This is, I think, long-term vision. Like if we want to get stuck at giving 1 week, it is going to be difficult for everybody. If we teach them, like, if we give the opportunity with a small average ticket, like, I would never convince my girlfriend to stay 7 days in a boat if she has never been in a boat before. Are you agree with that?
Yes.
Everybody?
Yes.
No?
Yeah.
Okay. We have a last row.
Okay.
I mean, I would just like to also weigh in.
We have a question. Just
You are just going to try for 2 days. If you are going to try for a short time, you are not going to run a boat for a long time. If you have family, you go.
yeah.
And it is completely different experience. If you just go one day drinking, doing nothing, it's different. You can go.
Yeah, for 7 days and.
Wash your dishes and to live 1 week in a. It's completely.
Yeah, but new generations, what they need to know is that stay in a boat, first of all, it's safe. Second of all, it's like an experience that's...
We have a question.
This is mandatory. Like, experience is what new generations are looking for. And this is something that we are trying to tell you, that one of these hundreds of experience that new generations can do is taking a boat, go to a nice beach, and have a wonderful day. That's, that's all. It's not about anything else.
So, hi, my name is Antonio. I will just comment the daily charters. So, I represent the charter operator with 37 boats from Vodice. And we have a product called daily charters. So it's possible. But the problem is always, end question, it's the struggle. Because you need to change the mindset of your employees and of everybody that you will have on Wednesday, Thursday, any day, a daily charter. So that's the biggest problem. But it's possible. And we are doing it and we are successful with it. And at the end, we calculate that we earn good money on it. And we are selling it to our direct clients walking.
Do they come back as a 7-day charter client or not?
Yes, so the situation with us, we have our professional guys working for our company and we send them.
Yeah.
So I'm sending the skippers that are doing the check-ins on Friday, Saturday, and they do the daily charters.
Okay.
But I instruct them that they represent the company, and during that day, they try to catch the client for weekly charters later. So that is the main goal. It's not so much of the profit, but that's the goal. And this is changing, I think, especially this year, because all the charter companies, as I see in Croatia, are having boats left in the bases. We can say whatever we want, but we always have 1, 2, 3 boats left. And with those boats, we can try to work with daily charters.
Okay.
Totally agree with you.
I mean, I think that it's really great listening to everyone, because I think that everyone made like such powerful points. And I think that the bottom line for me is that we have to recognize that we are all partners in this, and we amongst ourselves aren't the competition. It's the other tourism segments that are the competition. It's the hotel industry. It's all the other. It's basically anyone who can offer a 1, 2, 3 day sun and beach experience to these customers who we have to look at, and these are the people that we have to look at. What are their pricings? How can we compare our pricings to this? And we all here together on this boat together. And I think what actually, the last thing that was said, is to me the most important point. And I think that what we all have to do is basically change our mindset, because I think that in the context of how business is done today, yeah, I can understand it's a chicken and egg problem. Yeah. It's hard to understand. There's so many ifs, ands, buts, and ors. But I mean, I think we all have to ask ourselves, what do we want to achieve out of all of this? Because if it's down to prosperity and growth, and as business owners, we all, in one way, have a responsibility not to just think about the status quo, but to think about tomorrow and the next year and the years after, and how to grow the business, how to employ more people. There's all this talk about unemployment around the world. You know, at the end of the day, everyone who is a business owner does have some sort of responsibility to try to solve all of these issues. And when we do think about growth, then we all just have to recognize that maybe something is a bit more work, but we will make more money from it. And I think that we all have a responsibility here. And I think that, as was already said, definitely our responsibility at the forefront of interacting with these customers is to provide data. What I can say is that we did have a 60% increase year over year of just skippered or crewed bookings, which just basically means that people are more and more interested in getting an experience where they don't have to skipper the boat themselves, but they can just come and enjoy themselves. Definitely, I mean, I know that lots of, I think in a previous presentation it was said that there was on average 14-ish, I think, email exchanges per booking that we have, like, to make a booking happen. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but I would also just kind of, I don't know if everyone's aware of this or not, but I mean, we really only present a fraction of the demand to everyone here. I think we have roughly 50% of our requests are for something that would be considered non-standard, and very often we have to disappoint these people because there's just nothing to give them. And I think that it's definitely our responsibility to give you more data on this so you can actually see and do the math yourself and understand what would be the price, because if you were to ask me what would be a price for daily rental, I would say I don't know, because we can't sell it, because we don't have anything to sell to people. Definitely, I think it is reasonable to expect that there are travelers in the world who would pay. I mean, random example, I remember many years ago, I was a tourist in New York, and we paid $200 for a 15-minute helicopter ride around Manhattan per person. $200 for 15 minutes per person. That's what we're talking about, right? It's not about, it's hard to calculate it now because it's not offered and you just can't give it to people.
Okay.
So I think we all have to do a bit of a change of a mindset, and yes, maybe we have to clean every day. Yes, maybe there is more work, but at the end of the day, I think that what we can all say, as business owners, yes, day to day it's hard, but then when you stop and you look back 5 years, you will say, wow, I actually have 10, 15 more employees. Our revenues have gone up actually X 100%. And yes, it was a lot of work, but it's something that we can all be proud of. And we've brought, again, this great experience to millions of people around the world, and we've done it together. Because I think that even all these ideas about the skippers, having the younger skippers do the dailies, that's a great idea. That's why I think it's so great that everyone from the industry is here, because these are all real problems we have to solve, but we have to solve them together. Yeah. And I think everyone has a responsibility here, and it's our responsibility to show you the statistics. It's everyone's responsibility to make a bit of a mindset change and understand there's a big opportunity here, and everyone's going to do their part in solving this problem.
Ioannis, you have a question?
Yes. So having girlfriends who are not willing to go 7 days, we need to speak about daily charters. Okay, I will give you our story on this. Having a big fleet in Greece and with many bases, we had many requests for day charters since many years. We tried a lot to set this up and to sell it out, but finally we noticed that it couldn't work through our structure because everything is different. Yeah. Here we're talking about a different service. This is a totally different story. So it's not something like a fleet operator can decide to do this along with the weekly charters or the private charters. It's a totally different thing. So 4 years ago, I said, we stop this. And I then decided to get back only in case I could find the time and the people to set up a service like this properly. And we did that 2 years ago. We need to create a new department in our company. We needed to create a new brand. Yeah. And I needed to hire people who had the knowledge of the hotel tourisms. Yeah. Let's say the hotel tourism is totally different than your target, yes? I remember that I had no request from the agents I was working with because the target is different. Yeah. And maybe, I don't know, in Spain, perhaps you have many requests for day charters or 2-day charters. But I can tell you in Greece, you can only get clients like this who are already in Greece. They are staying in a nice hotel and they say, okay, what are we doing tomorrow? Yep. Let's go on a ride. Yes, let's go on a sailing.
It's exactly like this.
Okay, so this is how we did it. And This was our second year with brand Yacht. We are focusing through a different network, through a different sales network. We go to Berlin and London tourism shows, yes. We are dealing with hotels and travel agencies. And I hope you guys, you can change a little bit your focusing, your marketing towards these people, but it's totally different. And I don't know if it is feasible to do it through your current promotion you do through your platforms and your websites. Because we have noticed that you cannot focus to do that to both directions at the same time. It is a conflict that will cost you leads, and I suppose you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're all working
We have
on
one other question, sorry, from Bettina, and then we can discuss.
Okay, can I answer them?
Yeah, you can.
So in our platform, most have like 40-something% of our turnover is day charters, and we can 40.
Who are these people? Spain?
Which destination? Mainly France, Italy, Spain, of course, the Balear Islands. We are growing in Australia, Bahamas, Florida.
Okay. Bettina.
But that's why we are here, to promote day charters in your destinations. Because but I'm just telling you, day charter works, it works. There's a bit, like, hi, yeah. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's much more like it's a higher quality of the service. One day boat trip, you can take the dinghy and take a bus. In Croatia, I don't think
That can work.
there's a market for one day charter. Maybe
In Split.
with the tourists, like, okay, let's go to see a blue cave on island Vries.
Betty, sorry, but we have a question waiting for like 15 minutes.
I just want to tell something about this. My name is Bettina. I'm from Splendid Yachting. We have only motor boats in charter. So we are talking about flexibility and satisfaction of the newer clients. So we are, let's say, flexible. We are doing also this one day or short-term charter, but I cannot do it in high season. So I cannot, nobody can come now and say, I want to book one day in August next year. So this we will not do because the season in Croatia is too short. But it's not a problem to work this one day. We have staff, we have professional skippers, we can clean this and everything. It's no problem, but we will do it in, let's say, somebody like this who is staying at the hotel and will ask if there's a boat available. We can do it also in high season. But I think what is more, we are talking only about this one-day charter. The client satisfaction is, in my point,
Yeah, it's much more than that.
big stuff. We should talk about this because I have a lot of problems with some agencies about the pictures, about everything. So they're coming to our base and they say, "Oh, our agency told us something totally different." So I have to beg the agencies to put new pictures. We pay a lot of money to make pictures of our boats, real pictures, and I see through the agencies there are not these pictures of my boat. And I have to take a look. I have no time, and I don't want to take a look every week to see if there is everything okay. So the main problem also is the bareboat charter because of the skippers. So everybody knows boats over 30 tons need two skippers. I had a lot of clients who came to our base. They booked it bareboat, and the agency didn't told them they need two skippers. So I have to solve the problem. So we have to work on this client satisfaction. We have to work together. So as a team, the agencies and the charter operators, it's not only what we can do for you, it's also what you can do for us. And this is the communication.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Super. One question. Can I?
Anna, you want to say something also?
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
exactly
Roger.
my biggest problem with my team, sales team, is all about license. It's just every country has its own list. This Croatian list is like almost 30 pages of license which are allowed and not allowed. For example, in the Netherlands, people don't have licenses until 55 feet. You don't need any license, or you can have this theoretical license, which doesn't say anything because you just answered 10 questions in multiple choice and you said yes, yes, yes. Oh, lucky I got a license. This is also a government problem because they don't talk with each other. So we have sailing schools in the Netherlands, we have sailing schools in the US. In Croatia, for example, you have this VHF license which you can get in 1 hour. My client said, oh, he was completely stressed because he has no VHF license. The charter company gave him the list with the questions. Go to your boat, answer the questions, and come back with the form. He was just calling us, can you help me with the questions? Because I need this VHF license. So the VHF license doesn't say anything. So I think it's very good to help clients, maybe to give them a skipper for a day so you can check if the client is happy with the boat, you trust him with the boat. If he doesn't trust himself, maybe he likes the skipper, he wants to keep the skipper, so you have more jobs even for skippers. But mainly what you're saying about the pictures, for example, we import every 3 hours all the pictures from MMK and we check if there are any changes. But sometimes, especially with new boats, you get a lot of
generic stuff.
Yeah, because the pictures are complete. The boat is different. We even have clients who booked the boat. They thought the boat was red, and they arrived. The boat was white. So you get discussions about small things, and if they start at the beginning, small things become very big. So I agree totally with you, but yeah.
Yeah, and Yanni, you have
just 1 second to say that offering day charters means that that you can receive a booking for one person in August next year. If you don't do that and you try to combine and say, okay, I do it off season or I do it when I receive 4 people together minimum, then this is not a service. That's why I said before it's a totally different service and it's totally different setup. Yeah. Day charter means you can book now one person for next season.
Yeah. And are you ready for that or not?
Yeah.
Okay. My last question. Is real online booking possible? Do you honestly think, does anyone here think that one day or today or yesterday or whatever, the online booking will be possible, that I come on a website, I find a boat, I book, I pay €3,000 online, and I come there without a question, without anything, without 14 emails between charter agency and a company, etc. Before I ask you this, I want to ask you how big your sales team is. How many people do you have in your sales team?
We only have 2. We do about €3 million with 2 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zizoo?
We have roughly 30.
30.
Yeah, in ourselves, between 25 to 30
25, 30. Yeah. Do you think that this can decrease and then that online booking really... Like Netherlands is a great example because there really online booking exists and people from there like book and pay online. Other destinations, is it possible? Can we be like a hotel industry? Is a hotel the same thing as a boat? I don't think so, but okay. Can this be done?
In our case, I would say nationality is very important. Everybody wants to work with Germans. Main reason is because they have very clear what they want. They have not many questions. They are super forward, and they don't, disturb you a lot. But I wish everybody would be like this, but this is not real. This is not truth. This is like, it's impossible. So the question about real time is, it depends of the country. It depends of education of sailors, like people who has been sailing for a long time, for years. They will disturb you or, they will. I don't see 50 emails between Germans. So again, why? Education. Sailing.
So you think it's possible?
Yeah.
In the near future?
But again, why we are talking about day charters? Because it's a long-term vision. I like, is it business? Is like a profitable business? I'm not even questioning this. It's like bringing new clients from the beginning, like from young generations, to be able to pay an experience and to dream in the future to have this 1 week rental when they can afford it. But again, like if we don't push ourselves for new generations, new countries, new destinations about to make this voting mainstream, I think will be difficult. But flexibility, flexibility, it's super key for new generations.
Okay. Patricia.
Could I just say about whether it's possible or not?
Yeah.
I just want to say it is 1,000% possible. And I mean, definitely, we don't plan to scale the business with just our sales team. We're a very fast-growing company. We are not going to be downscaling a sales team, but absolutely, they can decrease the amount of work they do. We have to bring these 14 emails down to 0. I mean, basically, we already now have automatic bookings. It's just that, obviously, it's not the majority, but 100%, there are so many obvious things that can be improved to make it much, much faster. And I mean, at the end of the day, I just think we just have to think of a big picture. Tourism, it's one of the biggest industries in the world, right? And this exact meeting we're having, 100 million%, 20 years ago, the hotel people had this industry, and Booking.com was sitting here, and someone else was sitting here. This conversation was already had. It was done. It worked. If we talked about 10 years ago, someone saying, I want to make a business for people to sleep on my couch, you would think he's crazy. Look at Airbnb today. I mean, people probably thought they were crazy. They wouldn't even talk to them. You guys are completely out of your mind. You're crazy. I mean, this is definitely, we just have to think and bear in mind that it is possible. It's all of our responsibility. All of the answers were in the room. We all have to do our part. And, we just have to do it together. And whether online bookings are possible, 100%, it's so obvious. Yes. There's things we can do today, things we can do in 5 years, things we can do in 20 years, but we'll do it together, and we'll be having a different conversation in 5 years.
Okay. I really think that it will take a long more time, because it was 12 years ago, there were the guys from Yacht Booker, were Jens and Felix. Many of you guys know them, the two German guys. I think they were already up front a little bit 12 years ago, but they also still don't have any online bookings. And I think boating is a really emotional product. People have emotions with this product. If we standard certain products, then we add value. For example, we do flotillas, and they book sometimes online because they know their friends are in the same flotilla, so they book the same boat. But the products are too difficult now. All the boats, there's no standard, so you cannot compare boats. They compare boats only on price, and the pictures are also the same. I think we had it in other discussions also. Yeah. So if they really don't know if it's true what they're booking, they will not book it online. Yeah. It's not about trust and money, because we have some online bookings of people who book for 30,000 euros. We didn't speak to them. They just book it online. Maybe sometimes we get a mail back that they don't have enough money on their credit card, but so they have to try to pay it again. But those people are very experienced charter people, and they know exactly which boat they want. But the small boats, the majority doesn't know what they want.
Okay, Patricia.
Well, that was my point exactly. We are in a niche of the tourism industry.
Yeah.
And we have to, for me, I'm maybe one of the oldest in as agency.
Most experienced.
Thank you for that. I've been working in this business from 1991, so that's way back. We done cabin cruises back in the day. That was all about in Holland and in Belgium. There was no issue, but we can't devaluate the meaning of an agent. We need to educate our clients to go on the charter and be there on the pier, that they know what licenses that they need. Are they experienced enough? Can they do this? This is our job. And on a strictly only online booking, that's not possible. It's not like booking an apartment. It's not like booking a couch or a sofa somewhere. It has much more to do with it. And it would be good that we consider it also. It's an and. It's not or. It's possible what you're saying in certain areas of the world and in certain sailors or whatsoever, but not for the general public. If you want to open that, we still need to inform. We still need to have good communication back and forward, not strictly online. That's my view.
I will finish with that, if you agree. You want to say something?
I mean, I would just point out again, saying that everything that you said is 100% true. But again, you know, it goes back to what is our mindset and what do we want to do. It's not easy, right? It's not like we all have to just go back home and click, yes, I want online bookings and that's it. It is work. We're not running away from it. All I wanted to point out is that there are huge opportunities there. We can all, I mean, again, in the years, double, triple, quadruple our businesses. It will be a lot of work, but that is the whole point of being a business owner, watching trends, and we all have to change our mindset, and I look forward to doing it together.
Thank you. Thank you, Roger. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Ivan. And thank you, audience.
Thank you very much.